kids, where are you? It's time for all the art to tell stories.
In a world where the skies were a shimmering expanse of blue, danger loomed unseen. Holes in the ozone layer had started appearing, threatening life on Earth. Harmful UV rays poured through these breaches, causing temperatures to rise and ecosystems to falter. Scientists around the globe were baffled, unable to pinpoint the cause. It would take more than technology to confront this crisis. It would take heroes. High above the Earth, in an advanced airborne base known as the Nimbus Citadel, a team of extraordinary individuals monitored the planet. They were the Sky Shielders, a group of heroes with unique abilities tied to the skies and atmosphere. Aurora, the light weaver, could bend sunlight into powerful beams or soothing shields. Zephyr, the wind dancer, controlled gusts and breezes, creating protective barriers or propelling himself at incredible speeds. Nimbus, the cloud shaper, could summon clouds to purify the air and bring rain. Stratus, the ozone mender, had the rare ability to manipulate the delicate ozone particles in the atmosphere. One morning, the Citadel's alarms blared as data revealed a sudden massive breach in the ozone layer above the polar regions. The heroes sprang into action, knowing that this was no natural phenomenon. It was the work of an unknown and dangerous force. As the Sky Shielders soared toward the Arctic, they encountered signs of devastation. Glaciers melting at an accelerated pace, animals struggling to adapt, and UV-sensitive plants withering. Stratus, with his heightened connection to the ozone, felt a strange disturbance in the atmosphere, almost as if the air itself were being drained of its vitality. The heroes discovered strange machines embedded in the ice, emitting beams of energy that disrupted the ozone particles. These devices bore the symbol of an elusive villain, Dr. Vortex, a rogue scientist who believed humanity had abused Earth's resources and sought to reset the planet through extreme measures. Realizing they couldn't handle this alone, the Sky Shielders reached out to allies. Aurora used her light beams to send signals to environmental researchers, rallying experts from around the globe. Zephyr traveled to nearby Inuit communities, learning about the changes they had observed in the ice and wildlife. Nimbus brought much-needed rain to parched areas. Together, they uncovered Dr. Vortex's plan to weaken the ozone layer enough to trigger a planetary cooling event, plunging the Earth into a new ice age. To stop him, the heroes would need to dismantle the devices while finding a way to repair the existing damage. The team split up to tackle multiple challenges. Aurora ventured to the high-altitude Andes, where another device was disrupting the ozone. She used her light beams to overload its circuits while shielding the nearby towns from UV exposure. Zephyr flew to a desert in Australia, where Vortex's machines had intensified the heat. His powerful winds dismantled the machinery, and he created a cooling breeze to protect the area's fragile ecosystem. Nimbus and Stratus headed to the Arctic, the epicenter of the crisis. Stratus began repairing the ozone layer, but the damage was extensive, and his powers were being stretched to their limits. Nimbus summoned storm clouds to obscure the sun, biding Stratus time to work. Meanwhile, Dr. Vortex monitored their efforts from his secret lair. Angered by their interference, he activated larger, more powerful machines and unleashed robotic drones to protect them. The Sky Shielders regrouped for a daring assault on Vortex's lair, located in the stratosphere itself, a massive fortress floating above the Earth. Battling through waves of drones, they reached the core of his operation, where a colossal device was generating a vortex that drained ozone particles directly. Dr. Vortex confronted them, explaining his twisted reasoning. Humanity doesn't deserve the gift of this planet. I'm simply giving Earth a chance to heal, without us. Despite his conviction, the Sky Shielders knew that his methods would cause unimaginable suffering. They engaged in a fierce battle, with each hero using their powers to counter the fortress's defenses. Aurora's light blinded the drones. Zephyr's winds destabilized the vortex. Nimbus flooded critical systems, and Stratus focused all his energy on stabilizing the ozone. As the heroes dismantled the vortex machine, it began to collapse in on itself. In the final moments, Dr. Vortex attempted to escape, but Stratus confronted him. The Earth doesn't need destruction to heal. It needs people to work together. Stratus absorbed the last of the machine's energy, using it to mend the largest breaches in the ozone layer. The effort nearly overwhelmed him, but his teammates rallied to support him. With the machines destroyed and the ozone layer stabilizing, the Earth began its recovery. Wildlife returned, temperatures began to normalize, and the Sky Shielders became symbols of hope. The team worked tirelessly to educate the world about the importance of protecting the atmosphere. They partnered with scientists to develop sustainable technologies and launched campaigns to reduce emissions. Aurora's light shows inspired millions to care for the planet, while Zephyr became an ambassador for renewable energy. Nimbus taught communities how to preserve water and prevent air pollution. Stratus worked with researchers to monitor the ozone layer, ensuring it remained intact. Their story spread far and wide, reminding humanity that heroes aren't just those with powers. They are anyone who takes action to protect the Earth. Years later, standing atop the Nimbus Citadel, the Sky Shielders watched the sun rise over a rejuvenated planet. The skies were clear, the air was fresh, and the world had learned to cherish its atmosphere. As they prepared for their next mission, Aurora smiled. "The sky's the limit, team." And with that, the Sky Shielders soared into the horizon, guardians of a world united under one sky.